Okay, so Palworld players, I finally have an update on what's going on for the next big update for the game, and Bucky has actually, the community manager of PocketPair, has actually given us some great information in the Discord, which we're going to be going through, and I think everything that Bucky has said is completely fair, and I'm very happy about that we've got this information. Now, if you do enjoy today's video, make sure to smash that like button, subscribe if you're new to the channel, and let's get in with the news. So pretty much the last couple of weeks has been very quiet for Palworld, and yes, I've seen the comments and I've seen the messages, all the new news posts by the media outlets saying Palworld is dead and things like that. And you know, I went to go and check the other day and there was actually 50,000 players playing, and you know, that's just on the PC. The Xbox version, we don't know the numbers on that, but we know there's still a lot of people that play on the Xbox but are just waiting for the like new patches to fix things. So I think the game is still in a pretty good state. Yeah, it may not be the 2.1 million it had at one point, but definitely in the future, with what some of the stuff Bucky says later on, I think they'll definitely bring back a lot of players. Like, at the end of the day, you have to remember that you know, 2.1 million concurrent players were on the game at one point, so people have paid good money to play the game. Like, so it's not something that's like a free game that they'll never come back to. You know, it might not be the whole 2.1 million, but they'll definitely, within big content patches and good PR, they'll get a good player base back, and they still have a good player base at the moment. But anyway, this is what Bucky goes on to say on the upcoming update coming soon. So the focus of this update is improving the quality of play and experience. Yes, there is the new raid boss, some new items and buildings, but the main focus of this update is just improving that overall quality for people. The people who are screeching for more content will be the same thing seconds after the update drops. So I think this is completely fair. I have no problems with this. And yes, I know there's been some people saying, Dom, you took a complete turn when you were saying, I only want updates of quality of play experience. And I didn't, you know, and then all of a sudden you're demanding new content. I'm not demanding new content. I want the game to be in its best state possible. And yes, as a content creator, you know, like, people think it's like a secret whenever they comment, like saying, you know, content creators just want content so they can get more views. No, of course that's one of the things, you know, I'll admit it. Like, I'm not gonna, like, you know, we like new content as content creators on games because it, you know, people want to watch it, people want to see it, so that's obviously one of the reasons. But I do play with friends. I have 5 servers of Palworld on my Discord as well, and I want the game to be playable 100%. So you know, this is great and I'm really happy about it. I have no problem. You know, it's not even like it's just, they actually are adding content. You know, we're getting the raid boss, we're getting base management upgrades, we're getting new items, and we're getting new buildings, so we can be happy about it, and this is great. And then Bucky says this won't be the update to appease the content consumers. So it probably won't be the update that brings back millions of players, but it will be an update that will make people happy because there's something to hop on the game and try out new. And also, it's going to update so many other things to the game and make it a better game. And I actually think it will be quite a large patch, not just for the content, but mainly for, there hasn't been an update to Palworld in ages. So I think there's just going to feature so much new stuff to fix things, you know, to change things, PAL AI and all that kind of stuff. And then someone says, Bucky, is it just the Bellanoir for this update? Bucky goes on to say, as I said, this isn't a PAL update. New PALs mean new land, and this update isn't about adding new land. So that does confirm that there won't be any new land in this update, but that doesn't mean that's not happening, because we're going to read through some other things, and it will be coming. It's just going to take time. And yes, I've seen lots of people saying to me, Dom, it's an early access title, stop asking for content. I know I've been saying that for months myself, don't you worry. Like, I do understand that, and it's going to take time. Still, the game has only been out for 2.5 months. So, you know, it's still such early days for Palworld. And you have to remember as well that so many games go quiet, and then when there's something new, they shoot back up on the Steam charts, and that's just the way that the game industry works. Some games, you know, even Ark Survival Ascended's doing great on the selling for Bob's Tall Tales, and people are buying Ascended. I think they're in the top 5 at the moment, and they have been since they launched Scorched Earth. So, you know, that's great to see too. Anyway, next bit of information comes from Bucky that says someone was asking, is there going to be like any new pals alongside the Bellanoir? And Bucky said, wouldn't make sense to just add 5 new pals. Where would they go? New pals mean new islands. So that what that means is whenever there is an update to the game where there's gonna be 5 new pals or 10 new pals or something, that will only come when new islands arrive. And I think new islands are probably still a couple of months away. I think when we look back at the end of 2024, I think we'll be very, very impressed with what PocketPair can do. It's going to take time. You know, they're a small team. They're trying to work with other, do partnerships with other companies to make it better. And as I was just saying, that's just going to take time. And then they said, Bucky said, when an update dropping new islands is coming, you guys will know about it. If we're dropping new islands, we'd be pushing out trailers and shouting it from the rooftops. And to be honest, when I read this, I was like, do you know what? I'm so happy to read this. I really, really am. Because so many companies, like, I'm going to say it does happen with Ark sometimes. They do, like, releases, but, like, it kind of feels like Ark do great trailers. But it does kind of feel like less money can go into the marketing side of things sometimes. And I feel like it's one of the most important things to have a successful new launch when it comes to a new update, because pushing out the trailers and shouting from the rooftops shows your passion for wanting new updates to do well and wanting your game to do well. And I guess the other thing for PocketPair is the reason they take these time with these updates is for many reasons. One of the reasons is they want it to be perfect for us. They don't want to rush out updates and then people complain about it, because that's when you destroy your game in the long term, because people are like, this is a terrible update. So when you're making these updates, you want to make sure it is perfect. But 2, a lot of these updates aren't paid updates. So at the end of the day, like, if it was some sort of paid DLC later for the game, then that's great for the company. But you have to remember, they made over $400 million when Palworld launched, and they did not expect that whatsoever. So they're chilling at the moment, and they're going to take their time, and then they're going to release things when they are ready. And I'm more than happy to support that, because I don't want Palworld to be ruined. I don't want cheap, terrible updates coming out. And I do understand whenever anyone hears me say, I want a bit of new content, I completely understand the frustration. But yeah, just as a content creator, I do look forward to that a lot, because it's fun making new videos when new content comes out. But I'm prepared to wait. I've got so much new content. You know, I've got Scorched Earth that came out for Ark the other day, which was really fun to make content for. Helldivers are always doing new stuff. So there's always something for me, and I'm only ever going to push out videos when I have the news for you guys. Anyway, thank you for watching. Leave a like, subscribe, and I will catch you in my next video very soon. See you guys then.